Hi, Matt Yonkovit, CXO at Percona, with another quick hit war story for you. Again, a lot of times I'll sit around, after, Percona Live with a lot of folks. I'll tell some stories. We'll swap war stories. We don't get that when we're on the online version. So, wanted to give you a few of my choice, stories from, behind the scenes of what's going on at MySQLAB when I worked there, at Percona when I worked here, at various companies that I've worked with, because we all have these war stories and sometimes they're really interesting to listen to and there's lessons to be learned. So today I'm going to talk to you about probably the most unusual consulting engagement that I ever had. And so this consulting engagement was a consulting engagement for a particular company that serviced and was focused on vampire dating, which was an unusual, place. It was like for goths and for people who like to, dress up as vampires to find one another and, potentially make matches and hang out. Think of it as almost a social network for vampires. And this was a company that I didn't know much about. But my first experience was when my boss at the time called me up, and said, "Hey, I got a gig for you." And I said, "Oh, great. Where is it?" And well, that's the thing. They want you to come to their house. They're a bunch of vampires. They want you to come to the basement and work it out of their basement. And I don't know about you, but that just sounds weird. I don't want to go to a vampire's house and work out of their basement. It just sounds a little weird. But at the time, MySQL had gotten acquired by Sun. So he said, "Well, alternatively, we can have you go to the Sun office and we can meet there and, we can get together in one location. So it's more neutral ground. And we've never done this before. So why not, try the Sun location?" So we decided on the Sun offices, and we chose the Sun office in downtown Chicago. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to the Sun office. It's been a while, so they haven't been around for years and years and years. But the Sun Microsystems office at the time was in the Chicago Board of Trade, which is like the stock market for Chicago, right? So big place, everybody's there dressed, in their suits. You've got, people who sell mutual funds and commodities, and you've got, brokerage houses, and you've got it is a fancy business location, right? And so that is one of the, places that lots of dollars are transacted. So I went to this office, was able to go up and, get myself situated, and very polite people. And, the receptionist set me down, showed me where to go, got me the conference room. I was able to give them the names of the people who were coming. And so about 9:00, I get a call, from the receptionist, Mr. Yonkovit, your guests are downstairs. And I go, "Oh, okay, well, are they coming up?" "Well, sir, they want you to come down and sign for them and vouch for them." And it's like, "Why do you want me to sign for these? Why do you want me to vouch for the, what's going on? They're on the list. They should be able to be allowed up." No, you need to go downstairs." All right. So I go downstairs to the front office of the Chicago Board of Trade. And guess what? Here's these guys, and they're dressed in full on Matrix garb type, flowing black, stuff. I mean, they were totally, leather and stuff. And it was really interesting because, you see all of these, business people, they're like, what's this? And they're kind of freaked out by this. And so we, brought them upstairs. We got them through security. And we were able to help them. This was one of those issues where, their system was experiencing tremendous amounts of growth and they couldn't handle it. So it was all about scaling their systems, and we were able to do that. It took, a few days to do that, and we got done a little early. And so, we want to go on and we want to help find value to, the folks who are there. This is, hey, they spent money on having me come help fix their systems, and we fix them. So we typically say, "Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Do you want us to look at your replication, your HA, anything else?" And the guy who we're working with, who's the CEO of this company, says, "Yeah, there's one thing. I just want one thing. You're familiar with the Chicago area. I'm not from here, but I've come here enough where I know the area." And he looks at me and he goes, "I understand there's a Lego store in downtown Chicago. Do you know where it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I do. I want you to take me to the Lego store." And literally, we spent the last day while he shopped, and I helped him shop for Legos. And he was really excited about the Harry Potter Legos, which were the new Legos out on the market then. And so he got really excited. He got to buy his kids Harry Potter Legos. It was like a kid in the candy store. He was super happy. One of the more unusual cases. But not only did we save, and back in the day at MySQL, save his scalability issue, solve them, and make them better. But I was also able to make sure his wife and kid were happy by getting Harry Potter Legos. So not something you would generally do, but it is something that I will always remember.